Hey guys, good morning. I'm your girl Finance with Salima. First off, Happy New Year's to you all. I hope you have had a wonderful, blessed time coming into 2021. Good morning, guys. I'm your girl Finance Muslima. I am a licensed insurance agent in the states of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, Connecticut, yes, and I am a financial coach. I am an author. I am a speaker. I am a lover of life. So you guys know that I always come through super early. Morning is my thing, and we stay committed to these days and times to bring you guys such amazing information that I know it's helping. So I'm not going to stop. So if this is your first time coming through, you can now subscribe on YouTube. You can like this video, comment. Most importantly, share, 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 share. If you always coming through, you know that you learn from the information I give out. It's beneficial to you. It helps you. You actually take action. You actually take notes. Share with someone else who needs the information. Gotta share, guys. You guys always be like, knowledge is power. No, knowledge is power when applied. So, with that being said, help a sister out. Share the information with somebody. Tag them, comment, etc. It's 2021, guys. I can't believe it. I can't believe it's 2021 already. I have been doing so a little bit about me briefly, about my story. I swiped out my 401k and had a year game plan to move to Charlotte 2013. That worked out amazing. Best decision of my life ever. 2015 hit rock bottom. 2017 got into the financial industry, and I've been here ever since. I am so grateful and humbled to be able to help, to be able to have helped a lot of people. Again, like I said, Pennsylvania, Connecticut, Georgia, and of course, I'm in Charlotte, North Carolina. So, yeah, that's a little bit about my story. And like I said, as always, guys, share is always people that need information and we see it and it may not be beneficial to us, but share the information to other people that's in need. Walaikum assalam, good morning. If you guys haven't purchased the financial planner yet, they are still on sale. You can click the link in the bio, $24.99. To those of you who have ordered and got them in the mail, the last 2 days I've been getting some pretty some really good DMs and some tags and stuff on IG of people getting their books in the mail, super excited to start the vision board. They're talking about their goals. I'm like, yo, it really feels good. So I'm super excited about it and can't wait to do another one. So if you haven't purchased your financial planner, it's the top of 21. They're on sale for $24.99. You can click the link in the bio, buy your sister one, buy your mother one. Men need them. Everybody should have a financial planner. So, guys, the last couple weeks, because I come on live with you guys twice, so we talked about unlearning. That was a really great one. We talked about unlearning, and then we talked about the power of affirmations and prayers daily. And I purposely started with those two, unlearning first because that's the first thing to everything. Not before you even get to the money or talking about the finances, unlearning things that that's been embedded in us for so long that we've been taught is the right thing to do. So the unlearning first, and then I jumped into and the feedback on the unlearning was pretty amazing too because I didn't think people was going to really speak up or have too much to say about that subject because that's a touchy subject. But all of this is always touchy subject. So if it's for who it's for. The unlearning I had some really great feedback from that. The conversation was flowing, and people were really like, this is not talked about. And then we jumped into the power of the affirmations and the prayers in morning and night, or even throughout your day. It don't just have to be affirmation and prayers in the morning. You do it when you want to do it. You do it when you in the mood. If it's the middle of the day and a lot of things been going on and you feeling a little crazy, or you like my spirit not fitting right, it's, you might have come across some toxic during the day, or some things that kind of throw you off. You know how that is. Sometimes it could be a phone call or whatever the case may be. But the thing is not letting it control you or control, your thinking, or control the rest of your day. And it's happened to me plenty of times. I'll jump in prayer in a minute. Like, I gotta get up out of this, because if not, it'll hold you down. It'll stop you from moving forward. It'll mess up your whole day, mess up your money, because you can't even focus on what it is you're supposed to been doing. So in order to avoid those distractions and those small things, the affirmations. If you need to pray in the middle of the day, do what it is you need to do to keep yourself tight. And I said, oh, and then we did the legacy checkup. A legacy checkup was a lot of really good information on far as annually. So I purposely did the legacy checkup also before coming into 2021. The legacy checkup is something that needs to be done. It really should be done probably every 6 months. If you are a person that hold a lot of assets, or you have you live off your business full time, so you have a lot of cash flow going on throughout the year. But I talked about the legacy checkup from an annual standpoint before going into the new year. So this is the thing. Legacy checkups are essential. They're needed. Listen, the reason that you should check up on your legacy annually, if you want to make it annually, once a year, is because throughout 12 months, a lot of stuff goes on. People have children, your children get older, people have get married, you may buy a home, you may buy a dream car, you may start purchasing assets, buying properties, start investing. You may pay off one of your mortgages and have more money and cash flow at this point. You may gain responsibility of taking care of one of your parents at this point. That's more income and expenses. That's more expenses for you. You may gain another skill and get in a class to learn a new skill. So, oh, that's some more income for me to add to what it is I do. That's legacy. Because this is the thing, if you just consistently go with the flow and you don't have a game plan, strategic plan that you're following, how do you know where it is you're going if you don't know what's in front of you? So, as life series of events happen through us all throughout the year, it's very important to do the legacy checkup annually so that you know what's going on. Listen, some people may have made 70,000 a year before COVID. Those same people may not be making nothing after COVID. They might just straight be grinding off of skills that they had to make part-time income, or start a little hustle. Some people may have gained a lot of income from COVID, and I know plenty who have gained income. So this is the thing: you need to sit back at the table and know what it is you have going on, what it is you're doing. Life happens. Do you have those wills and those trust and things in place, especially if you own multiple assets? Because life is going to happen. You're not going to be here forever. Make sure you make plan for your children so that when life happens, the folks don't come up and grip everything that you sacrificing so much to work for our children and not be with them, and lose so much out in the moment that when we transition, they don't even reap the benefit. So you have to make sure that all your ducks are in a row. If you've never had a financial consultation, if you've never had a legacy checkup, you don't know what it consists of, you can send me a DM, or just send me a message or reach out to me, and I'll help you out. You guys got to stop shying away from staying in touch and getting education from the professional, because the bottom line is the thing that we do, work, save money, get on the budget. Finances is so much deeper than that. Even if you're a person where you already investing and you feel like you got it all together, okay, that's fine. But with the longevity, the 5 to 10 years from now, or is it an appreciating asset? Is it a depreciating asset? What do your plans look like for their investment? How are you paying yourself back with it? What do you expect to gain in return from this investment? So it's a lot of things, guys, and there's a lot of things you may not just think of on a regular. And this is why we have financial professionals such as myself. So if you've never done a financial planning on your life before, if you've never had a conversation or just sit and get a book, and this is why I suggest you have the money mindset and money game planner. Like, get your book and get a plan. I have a note section in there, I have a goal planning in there, I have affirmation, gratitude section. Like, write down what you want your life to look like. What does your legacy look like? You have the ability to do those things. If you don't have my book, you don't have to have my book. Get any book and sit down and write your goals. So if you've never had a conversation on a legacy um, aspect, you should. And it doesn't matter if you don't have assets, or, oh, I'm not really quite investing right now, I don't really have it like that. Or, oh, I don't think I'm where I'm supposed to be. The bottom line is, if you're on these platforms, if you're on my Instagram, if you're on my private Facebook page, if you're on my YouTube, you're in this space because it's something that you need. So, first of all, you're not going to have everything lined up in a row that you need. I guess what y'all, whatever your level of success is. So you have to get started right now. I don't care if you have to just have a 9 to 5 and that's solely your income for you and your children, whatever the case may be. That's fine. Just get started. How do you leverage it? How am I going to get past, and get to the next level of what it is I want to add to my 9 to 5? I'm going to jump into, um, we're going to talk about where is my money. And the reason I picked the where is my money topic, because on my Facebook page, when we have new members come in, I ask them the question of what it is they need help with, and I based my weekly, my twice a week lives. I mix it up a little bit. I do a little bit of this, a little bit of that, but it's always what you guys ask for. I come and deliver. So if you're not on live right now, come back through this video and watch it. But I'm not emailing a replay. It's just going to be on live. So again, if you're new, I am Finance Muslima. My name is Lucretia Thomas. I am a licensed insurance agent in the state of Pennsylvania, North Carolina, Georgia, in Connecticut. I am a financial coach. I started my first business 10 years ago selling cupcakes out my car, and 2015 hit rock bottom. 2017, I got into the finance industry, and we're based out of Charlotte. Since COVID hit, we haven't been able to um, reach out and get in front of so many people at the financial workshops like we usually do. So we utilizing this virtual platform to keep it rocking, because the feedback is always good. It's always positive. It's so many random messages of me doing these things that helps other people out. And I'm blessed to have some amazing, really super dope women in my life that help me. So I feel that my goal is continuously to help another person in any way that I can, because that's what we have to do. We have to keep teaching each other. So if you've never had a financial conversation, if you've never sat with a financial professional or financial advisor, you've never sat and talked about your money, about your life goals, when you come on this platform, you are guaranteed to hear all things money and mindset. And it'll and hopefully get you more comfortable with a lot of financial terms and get you to that point where you're ready to take the next level because that's what it's about. So when it comes to where is my money? Where is my money? And I say that because you guys know I'm all the way transparent and I like to be real. Where is my money? This is when I hit rock bottom in 2015, that was a question that I was asking myself, like, where's my money? Where's my money? I'm working, I'm doing this, I'm trying to run a business. I have my little side hustle on with my cakes. I'm doing all of this stuff. Like, where is my money? That's always the question. And it's a very broad question because our money can be a lot of places depending on what we're doing and what we're not doing per se because we don't know to do. So yeah, that was very a question that I had, where's my money, that I didn't know how to answer until I started to get more educated on my money and in mindset shift as well. And the reason that I didn't know where my money was, and like a lot of people don't know where their money is, even though they work, they have a good job, they make good income, they're able to pay their bills, they're able to pay their rent or their mortgage, they're able to pay their car payments, they're able to shop, they're able to, buy nice things, take care of their children and all of this. But a lot of people still question, where is my money? Because even after all of those things, like, oh gosh, why don't I have no money? What's going on? And I will always question and ask myself that. And I was like, you know, it wasn't something where it was um, like you would just pop up and learn it. You really need to know how money works, and you really need to be educated on money in order to know where it is your money going. If you're not sitting back thinking like, how am I doing all of these things? I make a nice amount of money and I still can't find my money. So we have to go back to the drawing board and find out, where is your money. So the way I'm going to give you guys, I'm going to go through the steps of how I figured out where my money was. 2017, when I started getting exposed to financial seminars. Going to workshops myself, learning and masterminds, leadership programs, and different stuff like that. Um, it's a strategy, so it's a way to it, right? So when you would say, where is my money, you have to go back and really sit down and know everything from the beginning. Because in my mind, I could say, okay, I have a side hustle. I made this, XYZ this week. I got paid. I made this, that. And I had to do all of these things, pay out all of these people, and I didn't have any money left. But the money is in there somewhere. I'm going to tell you guys. So the first thing, and if you're on Facebook, utilize the private chat and ask me questions, and I'll answer them along the way. So the first part to it, we had the bags versus bills. I don't know. I did bags versus bills. I did that webinar probably about 5, 6 months ago, and I did that webinar twice. That webinar was packed with a lot of valuable information. The first time I did it for free. The second time I went, so many people was asking me about it, and I did it again. I collaborated with somebody, but the second time I did bills versus bags webinar, I charged because it was so much information. And when I charged the second time I did it, I just added more information throughout the presentation and actually gave you guys a lot of different ways to make more money from your phone, because that's what people's thing was. I need more income. I need more income. And I'm going to say this, sometimes we do need more income. We think we need more income, but you need to have, ask yourself the question, the income that you already have, do you know what you're doing? Do you have a game plan? The income that you already have coming in, do you have it structured and really creating a strategy behind what you're doing before you just jump and say, I need another income, I need to make some more money, I need to make some more money. But sometimes we really do have money, but we do so much and we don't plan and game plan and all those things, and we doing so much as it come up that we feel like we don't have no money. So the bags versus bills webinar was a hit. It was a success. So I'm going to break it down to you guys of how it was laid out. So when it comes to your bag, meaning your money, the way that was laid out, I based this scenario off of a person that works 9 to 5. So if you have a pen and you online, I'm going to break it down. So the 9 to 5, basically, we had it with income versus expenses. And I kept it with bare minimum. I did bare minimum just to really get the scenario out there to you guys. If you purchase the Mindset and Money Game Planner, then you have the breakdown of the strategy that I use month in and month out, and it works. So if you have the financial planner, you already have the breakdown. But for those of you who don't, I'm going to give it to you from top to bottom. So we had 9 to 5 pay was $900 biweekly. So this is, we're going over first. When I say your bag, I'm meaning your income, how much money you have coming in. So we have $900 from a biweekly standpoint. So you do $900 times 2, that's $1,800 a month. You have $400 a month for child support. So that's 18 times 4. So that's $2,200 a month. We had this young lady, the scenario I made, she had a side hustle. She was creating dessert tables. So we had supplies and products, 180. She got an invoice for $300. So she profited 120 off of that gig. So that's 2,200 plus 120. And then I put that it took her 2 days to prepare and deliver all of the dessert table treats to the venue. So basically, she ended up with $2,500 that month. And that was the breakdown of your bag. Your bag is your income. So if you sit here online and you wondering like, oh, the bag, this, then the third, my bag, all of that, everybody's like, oh, my bag. Okay, what is your bag? What does your bag look like? How much income are you generating? How many different things are you making money from? Or do you just have one or two things where you create income from? You have to sit down, write out the numbers, know the numbers. That's your bag. If you plan to add some to it, don't add numbers to, I don't add numbers to my income prior to gaining it. So if it's something that I'm working on, if I say I'm gonna create another product, or I'm gonna drop an e-course and I'm gonna add that as some monthly revenue for me, I'm not adding that as what I have until I start to generate it, because you don't want to spend money you don't have before you even get it. So then the bills part, this was the breakdown. If you have a pen, you can write this down as well. And I kept it basic. I'm going to do a few of them so that I can get through this with the information. So the first thing it was, so mind you, we went back. The income was 2,500. Remember that. The income was 2,500. We added up the bags. We had a 9 to 5 job. We had a side hustle, and we had child support. That was 3 different incomes. The mortgage, we're going into the bills. The mortgage is 1,200. If you have a pen and a paper, write this down. These numbers add up quick. I'm telling you. You're like, what? Okay, the mortgage is 1,200. The electric bill is 120. The gas bill $60. Water bill $60. Wi-Fi $50. Cell phone bill $150. Credit card $40. Student loan $80 a month. Payday loan $100 a month. Um, Monthly gas for the car, to and from work, whatever the case may be, $100. Household supplies $70. children's YMCA, like before and after care thing, $400. And I put before I put the YMCA before and after care, because I know that for single moms or for moms period, that's a huge expense, because it used to be a huge expense for me with my son. It's very expensive. But in order to keep your children active, keep them off the street, let them be in spaces with positivity to figure out who they are and what they like, we have to keep them connected around that type of stuff. So it's an investment in our children. And that YMCA bill, when I hit rock bottom in 2015, it really crushed me. It was like, oh my God, like it was times I would have to call them, like, I'm gonna pay y'all, just give me a couple of days. They were like, oh, Miss Thomas, because he'll be fine, because my son went there for so long. But it's real. People really do it. And I really had to do it in 2015, but I was not taking him out of that program, and he made so many dope friends that he still are friends with, and he's 16 years old. So those, the sacrifice, the discipline, it goes a long way. So, and guys, I didn't even put, groceries. I didn't even put house groceries on this, right? So all of those things came up to $2,400, $2,400. And I had her income at $2,500 a month. So you can do the math. 24. So basically, she got $100 left, and we ain't even add grocery food in it. So I did that so you guys can get a scenario or breakdown of how these real life numbers go, because this stuff is real. So you need to sit down and figure out your own numbers, your bags versus bills numbers, because it is real. So based on her scenario, you know, she she doesn't have any money left over after taking care of everything for 1 month. So what I would say is, it's really nothing that she could cut back. People think that, budgeting is the first way to go, but she doesn't have anything to cut back. She's living bare minimum. There's no heavy Uber Eats on here. There's no heavy travel expenses and shopping. This is a scenario of a person's situation where they're just meeting bare minimum. In this situation, what I would say is she needs more income. I would say in this situation, she needs more income. It's probably not going to be her job, because what you would get a raise of 50 cents probably once a year. She might have had one already. She might be at a job where she don't get a raise. It might just be a flat fee. The first place where I would say in this scenario where she could go to make more money would be going back to her side hustle of the dessert table. This is the thing that's very important. People have side hustles and different things that they sell or services they do. That's a good question. Good morning, bro. I didn't even know you was on. So you can't, I mean, so in this situation, budgeting is not what I would say do. She can't budget. Is no, she's already living on a budget, right? So if her income is $2,500 a month, good morning, Mimi, and her expenses is 2,400. She only have $100 left, and this is bare minimum, mind you. I said I didn't even add grocery food. So the bottom line in this situation is she need more cash flow. She need more income. She needs to make more money. This is bare minimum living expenses. Is no way to go on a budget. You can't go on a budget. There's nothing really to budget. It's bare minimum living expenses. She need more money. So I would say from this scenario, the first place where I would go to generate more income would be my side hustle. And she only profited, I said she profited 120 from the dessert table that she did. But if you listen to the details, the reason that she only budgeted 120 and she spent $180 on product and supplies, all of her money went to the product and supplies because she sent her client a $300 invoice. She sent her client a $300 invoice for to do the dessert table. She spent $180 on products and supplies, and she was only able to profit and pay herself $120. So, what she needs to do is, and I put this example because this was once me in the baking world. I didn't know how to profit. So, I purposely use these examples to talk about myself because I know a lot of people need help with it. Because when I was looking for, ways to master it and learn more game in it, nobody was talking about it. So this is what should be done. If she's spending $180 on products and supplies, that's 50% of her invoice. The client sent her $300. So what she needs to do in this particular situation, she needs more resources. Why do I say that? Because she needs to know more places to go to get inexpensive supplies so that she can gain more money on the back end. Why in the world are you paying $180 on products and supplies to deliver when you only sent the client a $300 invoice? So even with side hustles, you have to have resources. You need to know your numbers. You need to know the game because otherwise, it took her 2 days to prepare and deliver this dessert table to the venue, and she only made $120. We are not paying ourselves enough. We're not charging enough. And then not even just that, not to say, oh, she should have charged $800. Even if she did charge $800, she still wouldn't profit as much money because she don't know her numbers and she doesn't know the resources of places to go to get less inexpensive supplies, or maybe you start to order in bulk offline and have these things available for when people call for something. So she didn't make no money. My thing what I would say do in this scenario is she needs to go to the drawing board and figure out her resources to get products for less than expensive. She needs to pay for a marketing class to learn the industry. She needs to get a mentor. She needs to, bottom line, learn the game and how to be able to profit from what it is she's doing if she loves to do this. And because if you got an invoice for $300 for a client and you use $180 on supplies and you only paid yourself 120, that's not no money. So she can't get a raise on the job, 90% of the time. It's not going to be a quick gain of income there. A way that she can gain income is invest a little more in herself and learn other resources for her supplies, and she'll be able to pay herself more money and not pay so much out for the supplies, and then also charge more to the client. So that will be the first thing. Well, that will say like that's it in a nutshell for that situation. So if you're in that situation where you bring in $5,000 a month, bare minimum to live, everything you gotta do is 4,000 and some change. Like in this situation, she literally had $100 left, and there's really no way you can like budget in there or really cut anything back because it may not be nothing you can cut back. If it's bare minimum things and you dollar for dollar you going, then you need to gain more income. You got to do some other things to make some more money. Discipline and consistency. Discipline and consistency, I'm sorry, guys, is a huge one because without discipline and consistency, all these things I just talked about, it doesn't exist. It will not happen. You'll do it for a week and you'll stop. People love to say the first thing they need to do is go on a budget. You do a budget for 1 week and then you'll stop. You won't stay committed because the goal and the why isn't strong enough for you and you're just not disciplined mentally. So you're going to go off track. Discipline, discipline, and consistency. And I'm telling you it, not because it's out of a book, but because I know when I started to live a more open mindset, a more disciplined lifestyle, start sacrificing more, start taking more risk, all these things just started to fall in line and place for me. It's like an alignment that starts to happen. Discipline, discipline, discipline. The proper financial foundation. cash flow, debt management, emergency fund, proper protection, asset protection, and estate preservation. And we talked about the legacy checkup, life insurance builds wealth, trust fund, use debt to create passive income. Every business create a new LLC and an EIN, invest with products that have a cap and a floor. So if you have a business and you're not legally, good on the back end. So right now, the PPP is giving out more money soon. Some people are going to be able to get it, and some aren't. It's all, everything on your back end good, and that's the number one thing too with business owners is always like they're not able to get the fullest of what's available out there if you're not tight on the back end or don't know how to get access to the resources of what you should be doing. Because when it comes to funding and all those different things, they want paperwork. If you need LLC or EIN information, or you know somebody that do, I have a package, 199 package for both of those. When I say invest in products that have a cap and a floor, you guys are really, stock market is a big thing now. It's not the only place to play the wealth building game. You have real estate, you have investing in life insurance. I'm going to teach investing in life insurance too. Not next week, but the following week, I'm going to teach it because a lot of you guys that has children, y'all should be using these life insurance products to build wealth. And I'm gonna share the numbers and how it worked and everything I have for my son. I'm gonna share it all with you guys so you can really get the game on it and get in the game. Consistency, guys. Consistency and discipline. Good morning. So we had the bags versus bills. We did the expenses. We did the expenses. We did the income. She didn't have anything left over. We talked about ways of her to gain some more income. And what she needed to do was gain more income. The consistency and the discipline is definitely a key because this is the thing. Are you willing to not get those $500 wigs every month or every 2 months? Get you some braids that's going to last you for a while and switch up the game and get on your hustle. You know how much money you could save just from bare minimum beauty stuff? Like girls spend hundreds of dollars on their nails like every 2 weeks. Like that's a lot of money. Like, do you have to have expensive exotic lashes all the time? They're more expensive. My thing is don't take away everything from yourself. But you're already beautiful. You really don't need a lot of things to make you pop. First of all, if you're into that and that's what you like to spend your money on, that's your thing. But what I'm saying is, I'm always on a consistent grind to next level. So I'm gonna make sure that I'm intact. I'm gonna make sure I look good. I'm gonna make sure I'm fine. But at the same time, it's not a big deal for me. So it's not like, oh, I have to have this $500 wig or I have to have this $500 jacket, right? No, I don't. I got plenty at home. I could switch up, whatever case may be. Or the $500 one I like, I can go find for $200. Like, it's just about this. And if your life is priority, if you're really concerned about buying that dream home or that dream car or um, buying 6 vending machines, whatever the case may be. If if that's really a big deal for you and you're serious about your goals and dreams, then it's nothing wrong with cutting back heavy expenses to hit the goal. Nobody said live the rest of your life on a budget or frugal. No, like I love luxury too. Who wants to, right? But you got to be able to play the game right Because if you're not willing to cut back the small things to hit the goal, then what's going to fuel the luxury lifestyle? I need the passive income. So I need to do what I need to do right now in order to get to that level. So we talked about um, in the Bills versus Bags webinar, we talked about waking up to invoices, and I was showing receipts and I was showing activity from my back office website and how I was generating so many leads and how some leads turn into sales and how some leads turn into clients, how some leads, weren't a lead. I connected them to somebody else that needed services, but I'm always playing affiliated. So of course, if I connected them to a realtor, if I've connected them to a credit professional that's not my area, yes, it is somebody I have an affiliate with because I don't have a problem with referral. That's what me and my business besties do. So I don't master everything and I don't want to, but I showed you guys all of those things and people were like, waking up to pay invoices type situation if you don't provide services or if you're not a consultant. How do I wake up to pay invoices? Okay, what does your business do? What type of value are you adding to people? What are you giving in return? Do you have an automated system set up to where as though everything your business could work for you while you live life? Do you have an automated system set up to where as though your business is going to work and automate for you while you live life? That's one of the first things to invest in is your marketing, to have everything set up properly, because that for me that's the most essential thing. After you gain a skill, you gotta jump in, you gotta invest in the marketing because that's what creates the freedom. I love it. It creates the freedom. So I haven't really been traveling as much since COVID, but I pretty much get up and go when I want to because I control my schedule. This online stuff is always automated, so it's going to always work for me, regardless if I'm in home talking to you guys or if I'm on a plane somewhere, or if I'm with my child, or if I'm just living my life. If I don't want to be bothered, the automated, when you have an automated system, is going to work for you. And pretty much any business you could do it. You can have an automated system or set up, or you should, even if you just have a merch line. If you just have a t-shirt line, like yeah, because you want those automated sales. You don't want to have to pull up to every friend like, oh, where you at? Like, or not your sales is just not locally or people that you're close to. So we want all our time. We want to leverage this to create freedom. So I'm going to give you guys some things to do to wake up to paid invoices, things that I've done that I do, or things that I know people that do them and make a crap load of money. So if you have a pen, you can write these things down. So to wake up to paid invoices, the first thing you can do, and these are really super easy startups, you can be a social media manager. You can become a virtual assistant, sell something on Etsy, become a Fiverr expert. You can write an ebook on anything, whatever it is that you love. People love a lot of stuff basic that we may not think. It's not that far fetched. Just do it. You can write an ebook. You can join an MLM. As much as people hate them, they have systems. They generate passive income. You ain't got to worry about shipping. You ain't got to worry about nothing. You just the middleman. And if you're afraid to talk to people and you act like you don't know how to sell, and sales is the way to the world, then you're going to use your cell phone. You're going to send out text messages. You're going to learn how to do email campaigns, automated, and you're going to generate some income on this internet. You can create an e-course. You can sell a vendors list. If you purchase things from China or LA wholesale, you know different places where you can get the plug from. You've used them and you know how it works. Sell what you know. Or you can create a merch line. You can create a merch line. You can be a chef and you can create a merch line tied to what it is you love. People love to eat. People love to be foodies, right? People love to try new restaurants. People love to do what everybody else do or what looks good. So if you're a private chef, you can create a merch line just solely based around the fact that something luxury in-house eating. I don't know, like something cool. And it's not really about what it say, it's how dope your design is going to be, and that's what's going to attract the people to the sale. So pretty much any business you in, you can create a merch line behind it. If you are an esthetician or you specialize in natural lashes, you can create a merch line. Girls love stuff like that. They love lashes. Like, and people could throw a t-shirt on and dress it up or down. Guys love t-shirts and jeans. Teenagers love bitches t-shirts and jeans. Like, whatever business you in, if you're a baker, you can start a merch line. You can say something about cake, cupcakes, something. You can generate it. A tagline created about money, but it's really about eating cake. Like, but people like eat. When they say eat with me, they say they might think it's money. So it's just thinking. Put your thinking cap on. So I gave you guys 10. I gave you guys 10 things you can generate some money from. All easy, basic things. It's just about opening up the mindset to create something. And it's not that far fetched. It's really not. I want to, I don't, for a lot of those of you who don't know, mindset and money game, I talked about for 2 years. First got licensed in North Carolina life insurance. I was learning so much 2017, July. And I talked about this for 2 years. I talked about it for 2 years. I wrote it down. I wrote it down. I kept writing down on my goals, kept writing it down. And it wasn't getting done. Life kept happening, but I kept going back to it. And I'm like, I'm going to get this planner done. I'm going to get this book done. I already had my content laid out, and I just never put my feet on the gas to do it. So, bottom line, COVID had hit. And I was like, this is the time I need to make the phone call to the design girl. I need to invest, spend the money, and let's just get this planner done. And I felt like it was the best time to do it because with COVID, a lot of people like business had really, really went good and high for me on COVID because everybody wanted to have a financial conversation, whether it was losing a job and a stream of income, trying to start a business, you've been started a side hustle, now you want to turn it into a business. So everybody were reaching out. Everybody wanted to talk about finances at that point. I was talking back to people, old potential clients, maybe from a year or so ago, like, and it's just about the consistency and planting those seeds because people do come back around. I watch it happen all the time. I know how the game goes. So all of that time, and I kept writing it down after 2 years. So I always like to share different things and be transparent, be open, and be real. It doesn't matter how long you have the dream for, how long you write the goal down. If you don't get it done this month, you better roll it over to next month's goals and get it done. Get it done, get it done. And it's timing too. It's always timing. 2 years, and it was just never perfect. It was just never a perfect time to do it. And COVID was like boom, everybody's having a financial conversation. This is something that's much needed, and I was like, it's time to do it. So it got done, and I'm super excited about the outcome of it. It was a really amazing experience, and I'm definitely looking forward to creating you guys some more valuable, tangible things because we love things that we can touch and feel, right? So when it comes to the 50-30-20 rule, 50-30-20 rule, 50% of your income essential, 30% of your income wants, 20% of your income savings. So I broke this down for you. We want to go over this again. If you have a pen and a paper, let's talk 50% essentials first. So when we say 50%, I mean a 50% of your income. So we talked about the income versus expenses already. So 50% essential, meaning that scenario that I created and went over, that person was well over 50% of their income far as essentials. Their whole income was essentials. It was the basics, the bare minimum, and that was their whole income. So I'm gonna go back to that example again. Income was $2,500 a month. So income $2,500 a month. She should have been spending 1,500 on essentials, which would be half. So what are essentials? What are the things I should just be spending half of my paycheck on, or half of my monthly income? Food, clothes, household expenses, insurance premiums, recurring bills such as credit cards, student loans, and payments. Those are the things that should be 50% essential. 30% wants. Wants can be such things such as a new purse. You may want to change your living room around and add some new decor. You may want to do your office space over again. You want to buy new clothes. You want to get all of those things that you're seeing off Amazon that you have in your cart, right? But knowing and understanding the wants versus needs. So all the time you're going to want a lot of things, but ask yourself again, or I'm going to say, is this really important to me right now? Do I really need it? Have I really smashed any goals this month that I'm really deserving of something? And people might think that that's being hard on yourself, but I don't think that it is. I think that you should earn what you have, regardless of how much money you have. Act like you don't have that ever money in the bank, and be like, okay, I'm going to get 5 clients this week, and really challenge yourself and push yourself to get 5 clients this week. And it's like, oh, I think I really did it. Then go buy yourself something if you want to. But consistently buying yourself everything that you want and not setting a goal higher to get anything done behind you just reaping a benefit and then not having no money left, not a good thing. Because you'll continuously do it. You're not going to never force yourself to be competitive, to challenge yourself to the next level, to do anything to be able to gain anything in return. So you're going to kind of be like you're going to be stuck. So when it comes to the savings part, guys, saving 20% of your income. Your savings should be automatically transferred from checkings to a savings account, or if you have a chime account that's gaining interest, if you have a Capital One account that's gaining interest, or wherever it is that you use. So you can do savings in a multiple ways. You can do savings every week, which is what I prefer. I think monthly is like, I think that's it's too far out, because especially when you consistently generating a lot of cash flow, I think it should be a weekly amount. And then sometimes if you say you want to save $100 a week, whatever the case may be, right? If you say you want to save $100 a week, and some weeks it might can't be 80. I mean, might be 100, it could be 80, right? And then at the end of the month come, at least you hit a good close number to what you wanted to hit from a monthly standpoint. But I don't think you should just do 1 month and this is my savings. I think it should be something every week. So if you don't have a side hustle and you just strictly get paid off of your work, you're getting paid bi-weekly, then you should have a certain amount coming out of your paycheck from your job bi-weekly, and it should be automatically transferred to that savings account where you want it to go, because you know that paycheck is coming in. So have your money pull out and saved already. So if you did $100 bi-weekly, with each one of your paychecks, that's $200 a month. $200 times 12 months, that's $2,400 for the year. And you will look up like, dang, that went really fast. Keep in mind the needs versus wants. Keep in mind needs versus wants. Keep in mind needs versus wants. keep in mind needs versus wants. I'm going to keep saying that because it's a thing that I used to have to always say to myself a lot. I can say I'm pretty much disciplined in that area. I don't really shop a lot, but with other things, I do have to tell myself that it's not really a shopping thing for me no more. And I always, so I don't know if you guys remember, I'm always talking about, finding your quiet space, I call it. So if you have a husband and children, or if you live with siblings or whatever the case may be, you should you have to find time in your schedule um, to get your downtime. So whether it be waking up 30 minutes before everybody else, or whether it be going to bed 30 minutes after everybody else in order to get your quiet space, right? So when you're able to master blocking out the noise from life, you have to find an area in your home to where as though you're comfortable in. You should always have a book. You should always have a book to write down your thoughts. If you wake up starting your day cramming with social media, cramming about everybody else's life, you jumping into emails, how can I do this, how can I do that, before you good morning, before you pour into yourself, you have to learn how to master blocking out the noise from life in some type of way to keep control of the mindset. I know it works wonders for me. I'm always sharing it with you guys because I feel it's the best thing to keep that balance along with your prayer and your affirmation. You should be having a book with you. You need to write down your thoughts and definitely your financial and self development goals. So I'm going to ask you guys some questions. Walaikum assalam. I'm going to ask you guys some questions. When is the last time you wrote out a monthly budget? And then I would, if you don't do a monthly budget, the easiest way, because a lot of people are forgetting, and it's just simply because life is happening, set you a reminder and start your monthly budget on Sunday. You have a morning ritual. That's awesome. Yes, that's the best way to go, sis. If you don't mind sharing, what is your morning ritual? So maybe we could share with some other people besides what it is I do. You might do something that may be a good idea for them. So if you haven't always done a monthly budget, if you need to get in tune with it, this is the time to get in tune. This is the top of 2021. So Sunday is tomorrow. You need to set a reminder in your phone today that tomorrow you're going to get up. You're going to do what you do, your morning ritual. Say your prayers, whatever the case may be, meditate, whatever you exercise, whatever you're into, and you're going to do your monthly budget tomorrow. And if you can't think monthly, or if you think a month is too much that you got to work out or cram out, keep it basic and do a weekly budget then. And then just keep on doing it every week. Set your reminder and do it weekly. It will allow you to see where you're spending the most, whether it be on food, Uber, all these kind of things we talked about. You gotta see where it is, what it is you're doing. Write down on a separate piece of paper what things you can cut back and their cost. And for a lot of people, it is simply the fact of eating out. And in that scenario I used earlier, it was no room for her to cut back or budget, right? It was just bare minimum essentials that she was just balancing out what her monthly income. But in a situation where you're spending $200 every weekend on entertainment, Friday, Saturday night, and $200 is bare minimum, right? Because sometimes you could spend that in one night at a fancy restaurant, right? So I'm just using basic numbers. If it's $200 that you feel you have to do every weekend on entertainment, that could be the thing right there that you can learn to, not, oh, don't eat out, but maybe find other spots. And I say that again, not to make it a consistent living off a frugal lifestyle and taking away from yourself. Is shifting the mindset and knowing that you have a longer, a better goal that it is, you're trying to reach for. I'm trying to get my dream home right now. I don't have time to keep giving these restaurant people all my money. I'm gonna go buy $200 worth of groceries that'll last me a little minute. So when you're trying to hit goals, small things like that matter. And when you get into the habit of doing stuff like that, you be like, because I know me personally, I like nice restaurants, but I'm not a 5-star chick. Like I don't have to be in a 5-star restaurant every time I go out to eat. So it depends on what type of person you are. The next thing, guys, pay yourself first in places that your money will gain interest. You gotta pay yourself in places that your money will gain interest so you can have your money growing in your sleep. And again, we talked about that, and I told you guys I'm gonna teach you guys how to do it with life insurance. But for a bare minimum or for the starters, I shared you guys with the chime is the really well. It was on 1 point something percent. I told you guys that the Capital One was good and the Discover card was good for interest, and there's a lot of online savings account that you can get interest with. And if you don't think that it's enough, then you call your national bank up and see how much rate of return they give you on your savings, right? If you want to learn budget effectively, you can click the link in the bio and join my Facebook community. And I send out all sign up for the email list for free tips and free financial tips and so forth. So if you're looking to budget effectively, I believe that's what she says, then yeah, you can get assistance with that. Click the link in my bio, get connected, and we'll help you out with that. Other thing too, um, I don't suggest, a lot of you guys are using credit cards on all the wrong things too. You guys are using credit cards for stuff that you shouldn't be. You guys are swiping credit cards to buy food. You guys are swiping credit cards to buy a lot of stuff. Like if you don't have the money to buy it, then don't get it. If you want a 5-star restaurant and you want to use your credit card and you know that you really can't afford to use it, I mean, why, do you have a debit card you should be using versus a credit card? So you guys got to um get the mindset down with that because you're using debt to buy food. You should be using debt to buy assets. You should be using debt, a credit card, to buy something that's going to bring you more money in return, not buy something to eat that's not going to bring you any money in return. So if anything, leverage debt to create more income. And being a disciplined shopper, if you ready to save to buy your dream home, you saving to buy your dream car, you have to become a disciplined shopper. And I'll give you guys one easy thing that worked for me. I know if I don't, I'm young, but I need a grocery list. Because if I don't have a grocery list and I get to the store, my phone start ringing. I'm going to be grabbing all kinds of stuff that I said I didn't need. I'm going to be on the phone and forget the things that I did need. So with the grocery store with me, it's bad. If I get one distraction, I get thrown off. So I have to, even if it's in my notes in my cell phone, because I want to get what I said I needed from home. And that's all. I want to save the rest of my money. I don't want to get all that stuff that I don't need to get. Because guess what? I'll be like, you're right back in the grocery store a couple days later. So discipline when it comes to the shopping. And I encourage you guys to repeat this process. Repeat this process every week, every month. Habits create lifestyle. Repeat this process every week, every month. Habits create lifestyle. You can go to my website at faithfamilyfinance.co faithfamilyfinance.co. Leave us some feedback. Get you some free gifts over there. We got the Millionaire Mindset. That's for free. You can download it and use the checkout code Mindset. They have the Secret Struggles of Budgeting on sale on the website for $10. Secret Struggles of Budgeting has been a very well ebook for me for like the last 2 years. Like I feel like it's really old, but it does so well. So I just leave it up on the website, and I took it down to $10. It's packed with value. It's really much worth $10, but a lot of people needed it, so I'm just going to leave it at $10. You can click the link in the bio for the secret struggles of budgeting. And then if you don't have the Mindset and Money Gang book, it's a 12-month financial planner. It was 19.99 Black Friday. You guys missed out on that. So it's 24.99 now. You can click the link in the bio and get access to everything you need to get your year popping. It's the top of the year. You need to write out your stuff to get your year popping. Start celebrating your wins, celebrating your success. Buy your sister, buy your girlfriend a book, buy your wife a book, buy your husband a book. Men need books to write their dreams and goals down in too. If you haven't done a vision board, you guys can create one. So, where is my money? I done told you guys where your money was at. I hope you find your money. If you need me, you know how to DM me, send me a message. If you're on YouTube, click the subscribe button. I'm going to be coming through more often, but for now, my days are Tuesday nights at 7 p.m. and Friday mornings typically at 8 a.m. I hope you guys have a wonderful, fantastic day. If you need financial tips and want to stay connected, click the link in the bio and subscribe to the email list so you can get all of the goodies that I send.